Chat, let's see what this video is about. The trauma of childhood shows by Tommy NFG, the GOAT. Fucking GOAT.
The one most common human trait everyone shares is having some sort of childhood trauma. Whether it was daddy getting a demotion at work and taking out the anger on you after it, daddy just poof, not being there for you, falling off the playground slide and
Oh my
being left
God.
with the worst third-degree burns known to man.
Oh my
There's so
God.
many-
Chat, did your local playground Loki have like a metal slide, or it was just like a plastic slide, but it was hot outside and you went down it and it was like just burn your whole arm. Or shorts, if you had shorts on, burn your whole like leg up and stuff.
things that can happen in your
Terrible.
childhood that permanently scar you for the rest of your life. And the one source of joy you have to distract you from this cruel world as a kid is cartoons. Kids could have came straight off Epstein's boat with the most traumatic and disgusting memories ingrained in their brain. But if they turn on one of the classic seasons of SpongeBob, not gonna lie, all of that trauma would go away for
Chat.
those 10 minutes.
I'm not gonna hold you, one of my favorite cartoons. I would say cartoons, Regular Show, Adventure Time. What else would I say? Adventure Time, Regular Show. Why not? Okay. Oh yeah, Fanboy and Chum Chum. Fanboy and Chum Chum. Pip Patowski. What else? Some other shit. What's some other shit? I was like, crazy. Oh yeah, Teen Titans, the regular Teen Titans. Teen Titan Go was cool too. But yeah,
We all have our favorite cartoons growing up.
Oh my God! Wait. It was like Cartoon Network. Wait, what was it? Imaginary Monster Friends or Mansion Imaginary Friends or something.
That
Yeah.
we cherish to this day. But as much joy as they cause,
I think I'm missing others too,
how
but
much genuine trauma people actually have from cartoons. Like, there's so many callbacks to things people only find out and realize when they're older that were really odd. I think one of the most universally up confusing things they would have in cartoons is freeze frames. What is a freeze frame, you may ask? You remember when you were 8 casually watching an episode of SpongeBob, and in the middle of all the goofy shenanigans going on, it would just be the most disgusting, haunting, repulsive frame of
I'm like, why did SpongeBob have that, bro? Like, what that? Like, I feel like SpongeBob was like the only one doing that right there.
in the camera for a split second. Legit, I still have zero clue why they would just randomly throw in these frames every couple of random episodes. I know for a fact the writers was probably sitting up there dying laughing, making these frames just thinking, oh man, this is some good shit right here. These little rascals won't see it coming. And the thing is, to the writers, they probably thought it would just be some funny little joke to do and no one would actually think twice about it. But I've heard from a lot of people that are grown now, they still think back to them. And I also understand that feeling because some of these frames were definitely more disturbing than they should have been. My personal
frame
top
was crazy,
3 for the
bruh.
worst SpongeBob frames are the Nasty Patty frame. This one mainly
Nah, that shit gross. Now I think back at it. No, it had to be the one he had up there though.
got me because as a
With the
kid,
tattoo?
you're not used to seeing the most molded out, disgusting food ever. You know, I was used to seeing a TV commercial S burger or one out of a Big Mac container, but this? Like, why does it have pimples with pus coming out the top? Why is there mold coming from the meat? Leaking substance from the middle? It's just gross. The next one is this still frame of SpongeBob.
What episode is this from? What episode is this from? I don't remember. It's probably like so cruised.
Right here. Never in my life should I have saw SpongeBob this detailed in the show as a
Ew.
kid. Nigga looks like the local crackhead you could find behind your local 7-Eleven. It's something about his beet red eyes, veins protruding and pulsing from his skin, his teeth rotting and falling out, the ingrown hairs at the top of his head. It kind of reminds me of those pictures of those ultra-realistic cartoon characters that really just shouldn't exist. Like when they make Mario look too realistic or the Simpsons characters look too realistic.
This should
And the
be
last
nasty.
one that by far tops all of them is the Mr. Krabs.
Yo.
This feels way too NSFW, so YouTube, just keep in mind that this is an animated crab from
Yo, why did they? Now I think about it. I remember the episode. It wasn't Patrick a good guy and Mr. Krabs was like a bad guy in that episode or some shit. And that, why did they have that? Not thinking back at it. Yo, wasn't SpongeBob supposed to be on like Adult Swim? But they didn't like they're supposed to be on Adult Swim or some adult channel, right? And SpongeBob was supposed to be cussing and some most stuff, right? But they didn't take it, but Nickelodeon took it. They were like, yo, you have to switch up some things because it's a kid channel. Something like that. I'm gonna change my name.
SpongeBob, a family-friendly kid show. You can't make this up though. This is a real frame in SpongeBob. I don't know. Maybe my mind's just up now because of the internet and seeing still frames like this. I can never look at these images the same anymore. But you can't lie. This frame looks like a diabolical edit could be made.
That's crazy.
The way Eugene Krabs is just staring
Krabs.
down with his body all glistening and lighting. The way Plankton has his mouth.
Hey yo.
And to me, as a little kid, I thought I was seeing a grown-ass man naked for the first time. I thought I was finally getting the treatment of what happens to kids if you don't follow the stranger danger rule and get into the stranger's van. But it's just crazy that there's so many odd frames like this in SpongeBob. You really remember,
Wait,
even
what
if
the
it was
fuck?
crazy that there's so many.
Why is that funny? That one's dead ass funny though. Like that one's dead ass funny. I don't know why that's dead ass funny. That's dead ass funny.
Odd
Though.
frames like this in SpongeBob, you really remember, even if it was just for a split second. And if you didn't grow up with SpongeBob, you might be looking at this like, huh, y'all were really scared of shit like this? Man, I was watching beheading videos at 5 years old. But you have to understand, as a kid, your knowledge is very little and you only start learning things in the real world up until then. Oh, but it wasn't just SpongeBob doing this. I remember
It wasn't.
a distinct cartoon show.
Wasn't it Cowardly the dog? It was like Cowardly. It was Cowardly the dog, right? Maybe. Cardi love yo. If you change anything to Cardi Lover, I'm literally gonna lose my fucking brain. Lose my fucking brain, buddy. Fucking, I'm gonna go with the first one, but if you want to go with the second one, you can. I would say the first one, but
even worse at it. The Marvelous Misadventures of
I forgot. Flapjack. Yo, Flapjack was one of those videos. I can only change it every 60 days, every 2 months. I would say the first one. Man. But I forgot. Yo, Flapjack was a good show too. I ain't gonna hold you. Flapjack was a good show.
Flapjack. Flapjack was really the type of show where you
Flapjack had worse ones.
If you don't know, Flapjack is about a little sailor boy and his captain friend who live inside of a whale next to a floating dock full of thugs and trashy people. They live there in hopes of finding a map to Candy Island. Candy Island, where they can hopefully live at to eat as much candy as they want forever. Yeah, Flapjack's concept sounds totally insane for people that have never seen it, but Flapjack was a classic. Shit was a classic. I can't lie. And
Flapjack was a classic.
Has some creepy ass images.
Wait until you see Flapjack.
Now, Flapjack has some crazy images.
Episodes called Who Let the Cats Out of the Old Bag's House. Flapjack is walking around and finds this random cat on the dock. And as Flapjack goes to pick up the cat, it randomly gives us this close-up of the cats. When I say there's zero warning, no build-up, he literally just picks it up and it pauses on this frame. That frame alone clears all of SpongeBob and is enough to give a kid permanent PTSD nightmares. And Flapjack
seeing that shit. And oh my god, that's disgusting. Yo, Flapjack will come on like before, like it would probably come on like early in the morning Cartoon Network or late at night Cartoon Network. Yeah, it would come on late at night Cartoon Network, and just before they changed the Adult Swim. And this shit's fucking crazy.
All the time with these disturbing ass frames. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. That is a cut off finger with the tendon still hanging out. They was really wildin' with all these random ass frames.
Wait, what was the other one?
This one. Flapjack was doing this all the time with these disturbing ass frames. This one, this one,
ew.
This one, this one, this one. That is a cut off finger with the tendon still hanging out. They was really wildin' with all these random ass frames thrown in the show randomly. But the cartoon that took the random creepy images frame to the max was
Courage the Cowardly
Dog. That's what I was saying. Cowardly Dog was really wildin'.
wrong.
There is no way on Good God's Heathens this show would ever pass to air for kids now. By far, if we're talking about random creepy cutaways, it beats the race and laps everyone in it 10 times. For example, this scene when Courage is just casually sleeping on the bed and it cuts away to this creature.
Like this show was the only show I was scared of as a kid. As a cartoon, like this was not supposed to be for kids, bro. This is supposed to be for like this nigga here. Nah, this is supposed to be for like adults, bro. This is supposed to be on Adult Swim, bro. I don't care.
In general, this is just top 10 scariest things to ever come out of cartoon episodes in the 2000s. I'm still creeped out looking at this thing.
My
and you
only
have so many
fear.
scenes with these nightmare
Imagine he pops up
that
at
everyone
you
remembers
at
least
night.
one now. You got the classic Return the Slab clip with this creature. This entire episode with this white mask creature thing. Whatever the f this floating white head was. The freaky barber episode.
And the barber
alien
episode
brain-
got it. I ain't gonna hold you. The barber episode got it. You know how scary that barber episode is? When I was a kid. Oh my
episode
god.
with a bunch of the creepy little alien minglings. But out of everything that came out from this show, the one thing I
Barber episode,
always
got it.
truly remember is how much of a Eustace was. To this day,
Nah, this nigga did get bitched. Oh my god, like this nigga will get bitched by the mother, the dog, everyone. Like everyone will bitch him. And it's kind of crazy. That's his house.
me and my homies hate Eustace. It's on sight if I see him. Another thing I want to talk about is even how some of the little kid shows back then were creepy. Teletubbies as the
I hated Teletubbies. They were weird. They were just weird. They were just weird, bro. Like if you watch Teletubbies, you were not a normal kid. Like, you were just weird, bro. Like I don't
main
know.
example. Whichever TV producers gave the green light for Teletubbies to air on TV need to be found and interrogated. To this day, I haven't had anybody ever come up to me and be like, "Oh man, Teletubbies? Man, that was really my thing as a kid." Takes me back
I
to
don't know.
amazing memories and a great time where there were no worries in life. No, no, no. Everyone just universally looks at this show back to how creepy everything is about it. First off, the look. Tell me, what type of child-friendly image
Like, what,
is a
bro?
bunch of colorful midget men with large black eyes and yellow pupils? It's exactly what I would have imagined the monster in my
weren't they
closet would look
babies?
like as a kid. And doing some
Weren't they
research
babies
for this
or something?
video, according to Google, they're 7 to 10 feet tall. Niggas should have been balling on the court with Shaq and Kobe. Why?
Niggas, I thought they were tiny. I didn't know they were big. Like I didn't know they were. Oh my god, I didn't know they were like darn near 10 feet. What the fuck?
Are they out prancing and dancing in a magical prairie field? I think the fact that they're that tall is real too, because in the show you can see they barely fit in their own lab. And the sun green screen, baby.
Nah, the
I
sun.
swear, for a couple of years as a kid, I couldn't even look up to the sun without getting a PTSD seizure from remembering this ugly ass baby. And the last thing, they had this weird vacuum creature that would randomly just fondle the tubbies every once in a while. Okay, I might be a little off with that one. It was more like the thing would just, you know, annoy them and be a nuisance, but it was creepy regardless.
No, the sound of that vacuum was literally foul as fuck. Like it did not need to make that sound, bro. Like it was
It
foul.
was just
as
the
fuck.
live aspect with kid shows like this back then. I could say the same thing about Barney. No grown person thinks of Barney in a kid-friendly way now. It's some type of horror meme of him just looking weird. And apparently
Yeah, there's so many pictures of Barney with just like a fucked up version of Barney now, bro. It's so crazy.
the creators of Teletubbies made a spin-off show later on with some of the creatures that were a bit more family-friendly looking. I didn't even know about it until researching for this video, but the show was called Booba. Maybe some of y'all know. And this is how...
Oh my god, no. Really, fuck them. Yo, chat. I'm not gonna hold you. Fuck Boom Bob. Them fucking bouncing ball bitches. I don't give a fuck, bro. Yo, fuck them niggas. That's your shit? Hell no, bro.
The characters looked. How is it possible that they made even creepier characters for kids to watch? Booba is definitely the type of show kids watch that formed all these school shooters. But you know what? I'll grant it to them. It wasn't all of the shows. Like, shout out to Yo Gabba Gabba. Those were
Yo Gabba Gabba is the shit. I ain't gonna hide it. Yo Gabba Gabba. Yeah, I ain't gonna hide him. All my niggas bumping Yo Gabba Gabba. Oh my god. Oh, niggas want me. Okay, we got it.
I want to go back to SpongeBob real quick because although up to this point I've been mentioning scary episodes from shows that were meant to be somewhat scary, SpongeBob has some of the most unintentional traumatizing episodes that people are still scarred by. Like going back to the Nasty Patty episode, this is an episode where SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs actually
Kill someone.
I'm gonna give a quick recap of it for y'all that don't remember.
Oh yeah,
But
he
pretty
ate the
much
patty.
In the episode, the
yeah.
health inspector walks into the Krusty Krab to do what health inspectors do. And Mr. Krabs, seeing this, not wanting the Krusty Krab to shut down, supplies the health inspector with unlimited food to satisfy him and make sure he doesn't actually lose. Then a report on TV comes up saying that a fake health inspector has been tricking people to eat in their restaurants for free. And we all know how Mr. Krabs' cheap ass gets when it comes to moolah. So him and SpongeBob, thinking he's the fake health inspector they saw on TV, decide to make the most disgusting concoction known to man and serve it to him as revenge. And right when the inspector's about to eat the burger, a fly goes into his mouth that kills him, which leads
I don't remember the fly. When the fly get incorporated into this?
It's
What
the
the fuck?
SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs trying to bury the body. Why am I as a child witnessing a cartoon sponge and crab committing first-degree murder and burial? Granted, in the episode he didn't actually die, like he comes back at the end and is okay, but now you think my brain would interpret that shit? You've also got some honorable mentions like the hash slinging slasher episode with Nosferatu at the end, the Splinter episode where his finger ends up looking like this,
Yeah,
the
that shit
episode where
crazy.
everyone turns into a snail like Gary, the episode where he gets stuck at the bottom of
No,
the
no, no, no. This episode was scary, low key. Like when he is at the bottom of like the ocean or whatever, basically.
trenches with all of the aliens that are talking like
That
this,
that
the
shit.
episode with the
scary.
green screen gorilla. Actually, no.
No, the green screen gorilla was just awkward. It was just weird. Like the green screen gorilla was just weird. I don't know how to explain it, but you just have to watch it.
I was gonna finish it here, but whoever approved this episode needs to especially go themselves. Everything about the gorilla episode was so traumatizing. It's also random too, like at the end of the episode, the gorilla just randomly unzips himself from a skin costume of Patrick, proceeds to pick up Patrick and Sandy, put them in a sack, and beat them for hours. Meanwhile, SpongeBob is just watching helplessly through his window.
That was
as
the
we see
penny-
the gorilla beat.
Wait, that was the Penny episode? Indoors. Take it away, Penny. That was the Penny episode?
The
No
hell
way.
out of them through the window. Then when SpongeBob finally decides to man up and step outside, the gorilla immediately sees him, grabs him, and rips him into 2 pieces. I think the scariest aspect about this episode is that it's not really played for any type of comedic joke. The gorilla looks so serious in these beatings. I just had to talk about that episode. That actually might be #1 in this entire list. It's so odd that SpongeBob is like the universally most watched kids show and has these unintentional scarring moments we all remember. And really, that's what a lot of these childhood shows and cartoons are. It's that childhood trauma aspect of it. These moments really sat with a lot of us, and even after the scarring we have from seeing live leak videos and everything Twitter has
Oh my
to
god, that
offer, so you would
scared.
think this stuff just
That scared the fuck out of chat. Yo, Twitch, he was brushing his teeth. He was brushing his teeth, chat. He was brushing his teeth. He was brushing his teeth. Brushing the teeth. Brushing the teeth.
wouldn't phase us anymore.
Brushing the
But
teeth.
even the most disturbed internet minds seeing every type of gore you could imagine online will still get a trauma flashback to any one of these shows. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
Damn. That shit. Yo, now thinking back at it, there's so many crazy like pictures, especially Flatjack. Yo, Flatjack really got some crazy shit. But W video telling me, I ain't gonna hold you. W video, bro. Like always, bro. W video the GOAT. Tommy NFG the GOAT. You know what I mean?